My name is Donna Boss, and I've been at the church from the beginning, from before the beginning, in fact. In 1969, there was a good number of people who were church-going people who came to know the Lord about the same time as their personal Savior. And so we still continue to going to the church that we were going to. However, by the end of that year, we decided we weren't getting fed like we felt like we should be, and so we decided to change churches. And the pastor at the Community Bible Church at Minneapolis was having Bible studies down here, and we started attending those, and then we started going to Minneapolis to the Community Bible Church. And we had a pastor up there that was Ed Bateman was the pastor up there, and he was on fire too, and he got us involved with Campus Crusade for Christ, and we went out and went to Lincoln, and with several families. I don't know how many there were, but there were several families there that went to witness door to door. So we had, and then we'd get back together and talk about our experiences, and that was a lot of fun. We shared Christ with the people, and some people didn't want to hear anything about it, and others were receptive, and so it was a lot of fun. And we went up there until about the year in 1981, and that's when they were kind of overflowing, and they talked with the pastor there, who was Dave Boyer, and my husband Don had talked to him about maybe we could start a work down in Bennington, and if they would consider that. He was on the elder board at Minneapolis at that time, and so they talked about it there with the elders up there at the Community Bible Church too. And I think they all thought, well, it'd be a good idea, and Dave agreed to come down and work out our schedule. I think he would come here after. No, he must have come here first, and then he'd go to Minneapolis then and preach. So he was preaching down here, and then going back up to Minneapolis. And he was living up there at Minneapolis too. Well, I think we were just excited about something going to happen. We just were looking forward, I think, to more or less to see what God was going to do, whether we were going to be able to start or not. It was so interesting to go to different places and try to find a place to meet, and they would turn us down. And I think the first place they went was to the schoolhouse, and they wouldn't let us come there, and the city hall wouldn't let us come there. And we tried to work out a deal with the church, one church here in Bennington, the Episcopal Church, that we would be able to have the church at one time, and they would another. There weren't too many people there anyway, but that didn't work. It ended up that we met in Dale and Linda's basement, Dale and Linda Garst's basement, and we thought it'd probably be for a month or two when we could find some place to have our service, and we ended up being there for 8 months.